Okay, it's given that y equals to ax to the power of n. Okay, let's start with differentiating. Okay, dy over dx is the power multiplied by the coefficient, so n times by a, and then x, and n we minus 1. So whatever the degree of the power is, you minus 1. So this will leave us with dy dx equals to nax n minus 1. So this is the differentiation, whereas integration is basically the opposite of differentiation. Okay, it's also known as antiderivative, exact opposite. So let's look at that. So I'm going to use the same example. Let's say we have dy over dx. Okay, this is equal to nax n minus 1. So when I integrate this, we use the sign integration. Dy over dx equals to integrating n ax n minus 1. So I can take the n out, that will leave us, or n and a, so that will leave us with x n minus 1, which is same as na. Then when you integrate x, we have x n minus 1, and for differentiation we subtract 1, but for integration we plus 1. So negative 1 plus 1 gives you 0. Okay, so what's left here is n plus 0, so it's just n. So you divide by n. Okay, whatever your final outcome, whether it's a value or a fraction, once you have added whatever the value that you have here, in this case is just n, so you divide it by n, whereas in integration we multiply by n. Okay, so that's the difference. So final answer here, this n and the numerator and denominator can cancel, and this will give us back, okay, a x to the power of n. But one thing that you must remember is, okay, you must add constant, okay, for integration. That's the only difference. You must add constant plus c. Why do I add constant? So this will give us, integrating dy dx will give us y. So I can rewrite here. I'm just going to continue up here. So what's left here? Okay, our final outcome is, or result is, y equals to ax to the power of n plus c. Okay, why am I adding plus c? Okay, because when we differentiate, okay, if I have y equals to 3x squared, okay, dy dx we have 6x. Okay, that's our final answer. But 6x can also be, we can also get it through differentiating. Let's say, okay, I'm going to erase this. Okay, I can still get it by differentiating y equals to 3x squared plus 4, or y equals to 3x squared minus 2, or y equals to 3x squared minus 1 over 2, okay, or plus 1 over 2. Okay, you can still get the same y dy dx equals to 6x. I can still get them. So that's why your c matters, especially when you integrate. You must have your c value. Okay, if you don't have your c value, which is the constant, okay, which could be 4 or minus 2, minus half, or any value, okay, then it is deemed wrong. Okay, so that one extra bit that everybody should remember. Make sure when you integrate you have plus c, but this is only for integration which involves non-limit, okay, which is indefinite integration. Definite integration, we don't need to have plus c. Okay, we will see that later, okay, when we get to the example.